An East Bay muralist is joining the call to remove Cesar Chavez from artwork.
This comes as allegations against the labor activist came to light last week. KRON 4's Gail Long spoke with that artist and joins us live from the newsroom with the details. Gail?
Grant, Vicky, the artist was already working on several artworks aimed to propose for Hayward, Union City, and San Jose, and now he is making modifications.
You can see I started erasing his image.
Andrew Knight is removing Cesar Chavez from one of his designs in his South Hayward studio.
I think this is a chance in our society right now, that in our local community, that we can highlight some of the other leaders that were just as instrumental, if not more.
Knight is joining the growing list of artists removing Chavez's image and name following sexual assault and abuse allegations made against the long-admired leader of the movement for the farm workers' labor rights.
I believe the women. I don't believe any woman would want to come out with this, with the embarrassment and to relive the nightmare that they went through.
But Knight does not discredit Chavez's work.
We thank him for all the good things that he did, but unfortunately that just really crosses the line when you're talking about innocent children and abusing his power in that way.
Knight says he often focuses his art on leaders who have made a lasting impact on their communities. He recently painted a portrait of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson, unveiling the work at a memorial in Oakland earlier this month. Before the news broke about Chavez's allegations, Knight says he was already working to include other leaders who were also instrumental to the movement.
I'm thinking of replacing him here as kind of a superhero of the United Farm Workers to one of the other co-founders, such as Dolores.
And as the artwork evolves,
history does change over time, and we learn new things about historical figures such as Chavez.
And once the changes are complete, Knight says he plans to present the updated artwork within the next month or two to cities across the East and South Bay. Reporting in the newsroom, Gail Long, KRON 4 News.
Gail, thank you for that. Yeah, just days after that bombshell report came out about Chavez, well, California lawmakers, they're moving quickly.
Today, the State Assembly is voting on a proposal to rename the upcoming Cesar Chavez Day, changing it to Farm Workers Day. Our Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace has more.
Yeah, you could say this is a rare show of unity in this building. Members of both parties coming together on what they say should be a bipartisan issue.
All members vote who desire to vote.
It's a vote coming together rather last minute, less than a week after civil rights activist and labor leader Dolores Huerta accused the late Cesar Chavez of sexually assaulting her and secretly fathering two of her children, and after a New York Times investigation detailed allegations from two women who say Chavez molested them as children. California lawmakers say they are now taking action. On Monday afternoon, the State Assembly will formally vote to rename the official state holiday known as Cesar Chavez Day, observed on March 31st in California on Chavez's birthday, to Farm Workers Day.
To these women, I want to say very clearly, we hear you, we believe you, and we stand with you.
Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas and Senate President Pro Tem Monique Limon are leading the effort to rename the holiday.
The farm worker movement was never, ever about one man. It was built by thousands, tens of thousands of workers.
GOP Tulare Assembly member Alexandra Macedo was the first to propose a name change to Farm Worker Day. She says she hopes the legislature stays on message to truly make the holiday about recognizing the men and women who work day in and day out in the fields.
It always should have been about the movement, not one single person.
Governor Gavin Newsom last week signaled he'll back the proposed name change.
I'm certainly supportive of the direction that many are promoting, including members of the legislature, and we'll look forward to moving that along in an expeditious way.
If it passes the Assembly, it also has to be passed by the state Senate. So we expect it to happen in short order, and then for the governor to sign it later this week in time for Monday's state holiday.
And the Assembly will formally vote on the proposed name change late this afternoon. If it passes there, the Senate will then vote on it Thursday, and only with approval there can it make it to the governor's desk. Reporting at the state capitol, I'm Eitan Wallace. Now back to you in the studio.